Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be making another Lego Hidden Side set. So this one goes along with some of the other sets that I've got. As you can see, I've got the little lab set. This is the smallest sets that I've got. This is the medium sized set that I've got. This is for the subway, the tree, the forbidden tree I think it is. I'll put all the details down below. And the biggest set in the series, which is of course the HighSchool. This set is awesome, so if you ever get a chance to have a look at it, definitely go and have a look at it. So today we are building the Aeroplane. So this one is actually quite cool. It's got some amazing little minifigures with it, and it's only a medium build, so it's 2 bags worth of bricks. It took me about an hour and 40 to put it all together. As I said, I just took my time with it, so it was quite easy. One thing I really like about this set and this range is the minifigures. Now, if you've looked at the history of minifigures, they have come a long way. That is a terrible freeze frame, but what I've noticed with all of these sets is that they actually come with some amazing printed minifigures and some great characters. So you get some amazing little add-ons to all of them. The boys have got like hoodies on, so again you've got that kind of extra 3D design, as you can see with like the little white bit, to kind of give it a bit more depth, so it's not just all printed, but it's kind of a layered effect on all of their equipment. So you've got a couple of characters. One's called Jack. The crazy lady is called Mary Breakerson or Breaksome. She looks kind of like a crazy jet pilot. She's got this crazy like jetpack on her back as well. She seems a bit crazy, and she also has the ability to turn into one of the ghosts. So she's one of the ghosts that you can find. So let's get into the main build. So the best thing about this set is it actually integrates a video game with the sets as well, so it works with AR. So you build the set, and then using the app, which you can download on Google and you can also download through the App Store, it basically scans the app and then brings it to life, which I think is an amazing creation, and it kind of builds that kind of whole depth into toy play and of course into kind of gaming play as well, so you can actually have the physical set in front of you and then also see it kind of come to life and react with it within the game. One thing they've added into the gameplay now is multiplayer, so you don't have to just always play on your own. You can play with your mates, and if you don't have any of the sets, you can still download the app, which is free, and play just through the app normally, so you can see all like the kind of cartoon versions of all these sets. This is quite cool because it's kind of like a retro plane. It's 2-winged, and then it's got some little extra bits on it as well. So it started off quite well. As you can see, it's going well. Really solid build. I like the colour scheme, so we're going for like these blues and these kind of like yellows, and all that kind of stuff, and there's some really nice little detailed parts into it as well. Later on into the build, it kind of got a bit tricky. I think that was just because I was tired, but I really like the kind of detail they do take into this. So again, they've kind of gone for that kind of retro look, but then again added some really cool little touches. There's some interesting Lego bricks that are included in this set, so some bit pieces that I haven't seen before, and again it is that kind of nice solid build. One thing that's really cool about the Hidden Side sets is the amount of minifigures you get with all of the sets. So it doesn't matter if it's a small set or a large set, the amount of minifigures you actually get is actually quite cool, because I remember back in the day you wouldn't get as many minifigures with like the smaller sets. You might get like 1, but with my smaller sets, I've got like 3 minifigures with them, and then you've got a mixture of ghosts and all that kind of stuff. This plane, I need to look into the TV series and stuff like that, but this plane looks like it was kind of used within like the circus kind of showman kind of style, because if you look at the characters that come with it, it does look like it may have been like a stunt plane, so kind of one of those classic air shows where you would go and see them do all like the tricks up in the sky. It kind of looks like one of those kind of planes. Another thing that I like about the Hidden Side range is the kind of detail within the brick. So if you're not making it fully with Lego bricks, you're actually kind of getting the opportunity to kind of add on stickers and stuff like that. One thing I really hate is trying to put stickers on Lego sets, because I can never put them on straight, as you can see here. It took me about five attempts to just get it into the right angle, and then I realised I put it on the wrong way around as well. Something really cool about the minifigures in this range is you can convert them into ghosts and stuff like that. So you will get like extra heads and all these kind of like slime stuff that you can see in the bag to kind of convert it into the hidden side ghost. So the whole premise of the show is basically these two characters that found there's an alter universe to their kind of quite quiet town of Newbury, and they use their phones to capture all these ghosts and to kind of like find all these ghosts that are inhabiting their area as well. This is a really cool bit. I like the way they've used the candles on the side of the plane to kind of give it an extra kind of feel, but again, I put them on the wrong way around many a times, and the same with these little stickers as well. So it's kind of Alfinago, I think is what it says on the stickers. It's something like that. But again, it's a really cool, funky little plane, and it is a kind of medium build. So even though it's only one of the smaller sets, so I think it only cost me about £16.50, it is still it's still quite detailed. So as you can see from the video, like there is a lot to it. It's not a simple build. There's a lot of kind of little mini bits. There's in the cockpit, you've got like you've got like handles that move and all that kind of stuff, and then this also comes with guns that are added onto the wings and stuff like that as well. So that's the end of bag 1. On to bag 2, we get some extra minifigures. One thing I love about the Lego kind of universe is the skeletons. So if you've seen the Ninjago range, they've got some awesome skeletons in that, and then you also get a really cool skeleton in this one as well. I just think the way of looking at a minifigure in skeleton form, I just think they look awesome and really cool. And this one is definitely a Stump Pilot because he's got his helmet on, he's got his little cape, and he's even got shoes. So this is one of the one things that I thought was quite interesting about this little guy was the fact that he didn't have like the typical skeleton legs. He has these little kind of like black boots that go onto his as well. So again, a lot of Lego sets, it's all kind of mirror images. So if you can kind of get the idea of doing a mirror image of something, then you're quite solid with trying to put it together. So just remembering that if you've got one piece and there's going to be an opposite, you're basically making two mirror images of each piece. So that's quite cool. This end tail piece, it looked really cool, and again they used some interesting pieces to kind of build it up. And again, you've got the really cool little targets that kind of finish it off. Again, like even though these are this is like, I would say, one of the more basic sets because of the price range, again the detail is amazing in it, and like the little finishing touches they've added to it really does give it that kind of extra little bit of boost. And again, it could be a really cool set piece. So if you are like me, you like just building sets to kind of display and you're not going to really like play with them, again it is quite a cool piece to kind of display on a display piece, because it's kind of got that kind of retro feel to it, but then it's also got kind of like a modern twist with the ghosts and the kind of little detailings that they've added to it within that. This bit really confused me because I definitely couldn't work out if I had placed these pieces in the wrong position, and I think I worked out I did, but not as bad as I thought it was. But it was definitely not all sticking together though as well. So as you can see, I was getting a little bit frustrated with this bit because I was just like, this doesn't seem to work at all. But then I think I realised what I'd done wrong by just not putting it as far back as it should have been. So there you have it. Again, one thing I've found as well, with the newer sets, if you get Lego Life, it's quite cool to watch the animated versions of them showing you how to put it together. But again, the manual is quite simple. It's not too hectic, and again it kind of puts it in a really good way to help you out there. So on to the next bit. This is where I started, I think, getting a little bit tired because I was getting pieces wrong all the time. As you can see, I was putting them on again and again. So this is what I was talking about. The candles work really well as like a little extra detail to the side of the to the plane, and again was getting them completely in the wrong position. But again, it's amazing how you can use something that was made for something else and then kind of like adding it as a little detailed piece as a part of the jet engine, and all that kind of stuff. Now, when I was trying to line up the two wings, this was again another bit of a challenge for me because for some reason it was just not fitting as well as I thought it should have fit. So yeah, so there we go. But then you get these little kind of quirky little setups. So again, if they're not walking the wing, they'll be sitting down and shooting guns, most probably to capture all the ghosts and all that kind of stuff. But again, a nice little hidden section which worked really well. So these are the two top wings. So again, same as the other two, nice and straightforward. Again, great colour scheme, keeping it all nice and mixed, and then just adding those little extra bit of details with the use of stickers. You can't beat a good flame and stuff like that. So then this is again another lookout and another gun. Now these guns I think are amazing. I've seen them in a couple of sets now, especially in like the Jurassic Park sets and a couple of the Ninjago sets, but they're such a cool little mechanism, and they just shoot the little dots, which is again, if you if you actually aim quite well, they can go quite far, but again, you'll be losing dots like forever, or finding dots like forever. When it comes to me, when I was younger, I just found them everywhere. Just, you would shoot them, they would get lost, and then again you would just be like, where's that gone? So here you go, here's what I had to do. So I actually undid the whole wing to try and get it all to line up properly, because I was again kind of trying to work out what I had done wrong here. Finally getting it all together and then putting it together. But if, like me, you would notice that as soon as you try and untake one piece, another piece would fall off. So there you go. Now, this is the most interesting part of the hidden side range. So to integrate it into the app, each set has one of these color wheels. These colors integrate with the app and then will unlock certain ghosts or certain aspects of gameplay. And I love the fact they've integrated it into the front of the plane, and it's part of kind of like the engine and the propeller section. And again, this is a really cool bit of the way they've done the jet engine, because again, they've used a load of classic pieces, but then just putting them together in a different way is kind of give it a completely new look and giving you a great little way of looking at it. So that I thought was a really cool little touch at the front there. Again, all moves and all integrated, and then you can get to the colours, and then you've got your propellers at the front. So there you go. Now, adding final touches, again, you've got to do some wheels. Best thing about Lego, the fact that they make it the most rubber tyres in the whole world out of everybody. So Lego make more tyres than car manufacturers. Interesting fact. There you go. So all I'm doing now is basically adding on the two main wheels to kind of give it that kind of boost. And then it's got the little wheel at the back, and then adding extra little touches is there's an extra gun placed on the tail of the plane, and then finishing touches are just some extra little bricks to kind of connect the top wings to the main section of the plane. Again, something completely went wrong because I had to then rebuild it all again because I don't think I had lined it up correctly. So there you have it. I am not a master builder, well, not yet. And there you have it. That's the main plane, and then as you can see, you've got all these little minifigures that you can kind of put inside it. There's about 2 different places in the actual main body where you can sit Lego figures, and then of course you've got the guns and the extra bits on the wings where you can have them sit as well, and of course the perfect little dog. So there you have it, another fantastic Lego builds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.